Welcome back to the next video in the series where I teach you guys how to cut your own hair through a full-on, full-length walkthrough tutorial. No cuts, no edits, just me cutting my hair and explaining everything I'm doing so you guys can follow along and learn too. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a shadow fade. Shadow fade's not really a common type of haircut. You don't really normally see it unless... I kind of see it now that I'm like working corporate. I see a lot more of this because it's a more clean, professional look compared to like a whole-on fade that goes from the skin all the way up. So basically what a shadow fade is, it's a fade, of course, but you don't start at the skin. You start with, I'm going to use a zero guard. We're going to start with the zero guard with the lever open, and that's going to be the first base, the first guide. Basically what we do with the bald line is what we're gonna do with the zero guard all the way open, and it's just gonna give like a shadow kind of look, like not a full-on fade because, you know, it's not starting from the skin, but because it's still faded, it's just starting from longer hair compared to bald. So that's really all a shadow fade is. We're gonna do it with the drop fade. This is the second to last cut of this series. Before, you know how I said before, like, oh, I'm gonna retire. I'm like, I didn't actually mean like I'm just gonna stop making videos. I'm gonna stop making this type of video of like tutorial type of formats. I just wanna get out all the haircuts out the way, give you guys reference if you guys, you know, future videos down the line. Oh, how do you do this haircut? We already got a video down for that. And this is gonna be a part of, it's gonna be from this series. So that's the whole idea behind it. We're gonna post, we're gonna do the last one, the mid fade, end of the year. So starting into the new year, new format of videos, we're gonna see what the hell we can do. Without further ado though, enough yapping, let's just get straight into the things that you guys are going to need. We're gonna start with combing everything down. I just, my apologies for the background noise. I know it might sound loud. I'm doing laundry at the same time, and the laundry room is literally on the other side of this wall, so it might be a little loud. Good thing we got the mic though, so it can pick up on, I guess, my voice a bit better. So yeah, we're just gonna follow the same things that we did in the drop fade, and we're just gonna start with the 0.5 guard, zero guard instead. But I'm not gonna go in with it right away because I do have a lot of bulk on the side and I need to fix up this, I guess, the shape of everything. So we're gonna start with debulking and blending the lower hairs into the top. So we're gonna get our 3 guard with the lever all the way open, and we're just gonna go up and flick out. I'm gonna work in fourths again, or maybe in halves. So we haven't done thirds, so we're gonna work in thirds. So we're gonna go from here maybe to like the tattoo. That'll be a third. Work on that section. Then we get into the back third, and then we get into the last side third. So yeah, that'll be interesting to do. So with this, like I said, we're just debulking. We're not gonna go too high, and we're just gonna flick out. Okay, that kind of did a bit, not like crazy, but hey, it's just gonna make like a really, I guess, dark line first. So I know what I gotta, like, I guess, debulk. This is what we're looking like right now. You can still see the pretty dark line, so I'm just gonna go against the or with the grain to see if this will bring it down a bit. smooth, smooth. So I'm not gonna be too worried about, I guess, the dark line yet. We're just trying to soften it first, give us a clean base so that we can start the actual process of the shadow fade. So now we're gonna throw on the zero guard and start the shadow fade. We're gonna leave the lever completely open, and we're just gonna we're gonna try to, you know, like when we said in the bald line, we're gonna treat it like that, just go in the opposite way. Okay, so now you can see it's like, it's not to the skin, it's just a little bit above. It's like a little stubble basically. Like, you know, it's like when you shave and you get like these type of hairs, maybe a little less than this. Like I was saying, I could get a beard, bro, low key. It'd be really faint, non-existent, but hey, a beard nonetheless. Oh. All right. Back into this. We're just gonna now, yeah, working in thirds might be a little hard. So we're just gonna go finish all this in the back. Just gonna connect the two basically. I'm not gonna fade the back though. I'm just gonna connect it so I got an idea of where I'm going. You know what? We're gonna do it and give ourselves like a beard stubble. Not on the chin though. Just want it to look like I need a shave too. Cause fuck it, why not? I feel like it'll add to the look, you know, the shadowy look. Okay, enough of that. Now that we have that first line in, same fading steps that we usually do. One guard now, all the way opened, go up around half an inch, not too high. May have went a bit too high on the side in the area. No, I'm playing. I'm not playing. I actually might have went too high. Oh, all right, whatever. I'm dropping everything, bro. Oh, okay, now the light is tweaking. Nice, all right. Now we have that guide linen. Same thing, we're gonna go up again, but this time with the 2. Same process, 1/2 inch. This shouldn't make a line, it should kind of start blending it out, so. Okay, so now we really don't even gotta blend much. Like there's a really faint line in between the no guard and the 1, so we can just get that out with the 1 guard closed. That should be easy. And then from here up, it's just blending into the long hair so that it doesn't look like a mushroom like how it is right now. So 1 guard, lever close, just attack that bottom line. It might look really faint, just do it anyways. Use the corners too, since it is a little more faint compared to the rest of the hair. And if that doesn't get it out, you can just throw the 1 guard, the 1/2 guard back on with the lever all the way open and just use the corners and flick out again. Smooth. Okay, now we can focus on that top part, which should be a 3, and I'm gonna start with it closed first, just because it looks a bit heavier on the bottom compared to the top. Why does it sound like it's dying, bro? I swear, my clippers are always dying in these videos, bro. Alright, well, let's check. I don't think that did much, honestly. Yeah, not really. Alright, we're gonna freehand then. Just a bit, just to give it a bit more of a defined shape. Okay, that did a little bit. I guess it makes the line a bit more visible. So I'm gonna go in with the 3 guard again closed and just flick out one more time. Okay, obviously it's not a 3 guard problem anymore, it's a 2 guard problem. So throw the 2 on, lever all the way opened, and same thing. I wish I could do like clipper over comb. Wait, can I? I'm not even about to try, bro. But this one line is pissing me off, bro. I feel like I'm tweaking, bro. I feel like it's not even there. But my head, something in my head's telling me it's there, bro. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, this probably looks so ass. You're probably like, oh, look at this nigga. Look at this guy. You know what I'm taking advice from this dude. No way. All right. Let me chill. Maybe when I'm done completely, it'll look more ideal. But let's not stress this yet. We can focus on the details later. But we got this side down. Kind of. Yeah, I'm being too critical, bro. It's alright. Alright, now the other side. So, same exact process. Throw that 3 guard on, lever all the way opened, and we're just gonna debulk. I be rushing the debulk, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't need to be like precise, because I feel like I'm just gonna go back in again and somewhat do it again. So 0 guard, lever all the way open. Next, and we're just gonna set that first bottom line. Okay, one guard now. Same thing, just going up around half an inch. And just following that same like curved like shape that you're making. No, in all honesty, I'm just gonna close the lever now and get rid of that middle line that I'm seeing in between already. I feel like it's a bit more visible compared to when we did it, when we already did the 2 and the 3. So, yeah. Do what works with you. But I'm taking out this line right now. And this line is that faint line that I said earlier between the 0 and the 1. You don't really see it. You might have to go back in with the 0 after with the lever open, but 1 closed for now. Smooth. Now we can go with the 2 guard. Same thing. This needs to charge. Nice. All right. Yeah, 2 guard. Going up half an inch, following the same lines we have been making. Lever open. Make sure it's open. I almost messed up because of that. Let's start on the side. Now as you can see, the line is super like visible, super dark. Going with that 3, lever open, flick out one more time. Now we're gonna freehand because I think this is all just like overhang for real now. So come out the sides first and then just start freehanding your way up from that larger indent that you do see. Smooth. Kinda. Sorta. I think I'm kind of facing the same issue that I had on the other side. Just a lot of a lot of dark pockets. And I don't know why. And I'm getting scared. Because what if this cut doesn't come out good? I lose all my credibility, bro. Okay, now we can go in with the 1, because there's some spots that I could fix up that are closer up to the top, but the 2 wouldn't get it out. Like right there. Like right there. Like right there. Smooth. Now we can go back in and just detail a bit with the 3 closed. Just kind of more at the top because it feels still a bit dark, but not as much as before. Smooth. Yeah, this side is smooth. I hope it looks as smooth on camera as how it looks in this mirror. You know, sometimes this mirror just lies to me. Sometimes I'll be cutting my hair and I'm like, oh, this looks good in the thing, and then I get to the record and I'm editing and I'm like, oh, there's about to be a few comments on this, a few comments on that, nitpicking all these little things. Like, bro, this is not the point. You're not supposed to nitpick my cut. You're supposed to nitpick your cut, cause I'm trying to teach you. I'm yapping, bro. My fault. Just a few more detailings, and then I can move on to the back so y'all can see that. Smooth. How can I show the back? Now we're on to the back. Is okay, mic? Oh yeah, mic's working. All right, we're on to the back now. We don't have to do anything on the bottom half, besides maybe blend out this bottom line. And then, because the 1 is already there. The 1 is right here. The 0 guard is right there. Maybe I should turn this, because I'm gonna be standing right here. Now it's just about getting the 2 right here and then blending all of this mess into the rest. And we should be done after. So we're gonna throw on the 1 guard with the lever all the way closed, and we're just gonna attack that bottom line. I'm gonna split the back into 2. So I'm gonna do this side first and then the other side. So yeah, that basically got out right away, but I'm just gonna throw on the half guard, lever all the way open so that I can get it out completely. Smooth. Now we can go in with the 2, all the way opened, and just go up, follow that curve-like form. Smooth. So now there is that next bottom faint line. We're gonna take that out with the 1 guard, lever all the way open using the corners. That should be smooth. So now, now we go into 3-guard lever closed. And we just go up toward that top line that feels really dark. Okay. Now, every time I'm like flicking out, I'm seeing that like hair is sticking up and out, which means that, to me, in my eyes, there's a lot of overhang. So we're just gonna comb this down and see what we can take out from there. With the lever closed and just being really gentle, being really slow with the motions, with the movements. There we go. Now everything is safe. Or at least in my eyes it should be. Hopefully. I hope it doesn't fucking look terrible for y'all. I hope y'all are not watching this and being like, oh my god, here this motherfucker go again, giving us this shit. No. I know it's not shitty. And sometimes I feel like it does look like it though, but who cares? It's not the end product yet. Okay, now we're good. Now we can go into the other side of the back. So now I can move you down there. Move you down there. Nope, actually, we're gonna keep you over here. Same process, we're gonna go in with the 1-guard closed and get rid of that bottom line, which is barely there. So, just really should be doing nothing. Next, going with the 2-guard, all the way opened, and we go up around half an inch, following that same curve-like motion. Smooth. Now we go back in with the 1-guard, but this time lever all the way open. Then we're gonna flick out at that top line where we just created with the 2, so kind of like right underneath there. Using the corners and flicking out. Now we get the 3-guard, lever all the way closed, flick out at the top, Just trying to see how much overhang we have before freehanding and getting rid of it. Smooth. Close the lever and comb everything down in that area. Flip it around this side because I'm seeing it a bit easier on here. Smooth. All right. Get your neck duster and just get rid of all that excess hair, bro. Oh. See, one thing I do like about this cut is how quick it takes. I'm not even gonna lie. Now we just got the lineup left, and the necklines. Lineup time. Now this time. Usually, you know, we do tapered lineup, you know, but I'm about to cut my hair off, like all of it. So there's really no need, no point at all. So I'm just gonna line it up how it is. I'm still gonna, like, obviously comb down the baby hairs. You see how, like, large this is now? Like, it don't need to be this large. It really don't. Maybe like that, you know. It's gotta be the baby hairs. Like, this all it really has to be. Now we're gonna throw on the stick and hold spray. Now we're gonna brush that down. So, not trying to pull too much, just trying to get at the edge of these little hairs. Make sure you get the sides too. Pull down, pull down. And now we're just gonna keep this as natural as possible. As you can see on this right side, there's a bit of like curling happening, so we're probably gonna have to push that side up first a bit. As you can see, this is the highest point. We're gonna start there. I'm gonna turn this over a little bit so I can see straight. See how smooth that is? It don't look like a tapered hairline. It just looks like, yo, baby hair is lined up. Smooth. Yeah, with the lineup, I feel like I stopped talking on it because honestly, I've said the same thing every video. You just gotta pick a side, go to that side, and then match that side with the other side. Tap. Don't like tug and tap. Tap first, then a little tug. Tap, then a little tug. Tap, then a little tug. You know? Just be gentle, because this is your skin at the end of the day. Now we're just gonna match this with the other side. I look like a fucking AAU light skin, bro. Fucking hell. Nah, that's a great way to put it, bro. My boy called me waffle colored. I'm like, wow, that is an amazing way to call someone light bright. Waffle colored. He called me a waffle colored Negro. I said, wow. I was so amazed by it. Like, no one has ever came up with something creative like that to call me. Vertical bars are just a tap and go. Just tap. I like to keep mine in line with my eyebrow. If it goes further than my eyebrow, that's how I know I push myself back. And that's when I cry and shit. Yeah. Alright. Sorry. That's another thing too. I've stopped using enhancements, bro. I never thought I'd see the day. I felt like enhancements made me look so crisp, but then I was like, looking too crisp isn't a vibe, bro. It's starting to look fake now. It's starting to look not real. C-cup, I'm starting at the bottom because, you know, we have some extra here. I'm not gonna make it go all the way down. I'm just gonna probably leave it up to like right here and then, yeah, just get that C going. So starting at the bottom, using it like a pencil. Tracing, just outlining the area. Boom. Now we can make that indent. Swing. Oh, all right. Now we just gotta match it up with this side. I probably should have started with this side since this side is the higher side. But it's okay. We can just go back on the other side. Yeah, so now you can see this side's a bit higher than this side, so now I gotta push this side up a bit. Smooth. I'm just gonna comb these down, see if there's any like crazy overhang, things I need to go over. Just a little bit, mainly on the left. Smooth. All right, laundry break. No, the necklines shouldn't be too hard. We're not gonna curve it around the back. We're just gonna kind of go down as if it was like a taper or something, because I don't like the curvedness in the back. It looks like you know, episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob was like super happy and he's like super curved. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like I look like, and I'm not down for that right now. So I'm gonna start in the back. Start with the neck. Start right here. Now I would say though, it is so much easier to see this now that I don't have like darker hair here. It's making it so much easier. Okay. Now we just gotta do the other side, and then we're done. Yay! Now I'm just gonna line up the stash, do the razor work real quick, and show y'all the final result, because this cut is basically complete. Before I show y'all the final result, not gonna lie, not my favorite, not my second favorite, not my third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth favorite. It's not bad, but it's just like, there's just no like wow factor. It's just like, you got a little cleanup, right? That's how it feels. So maybe I do the mid fade next week, honestly, bro. Well, with how long this took me to make this video, maybe not. I'm just gonna get into the razor work. All right, razor, right? Razor. Open the pack. Place the weird side at the bottom. The non-sharp straight side at the bottom. Place it in. Close it up. And now you're ready to go. What you want to make sure you do is stretch the skin whichever direction you're going in. So say if I'm going this way, stretch the skin the opposite way. If I'm going this way, stretch the skin the opposite way. If I'm going this way, stretch the skin the opposite way. So since I'm going up, stretch it down. Just nice slow strokes. Don't be like me. Don't see how I'm going fast? Yeah, don't do that yet, at least. Unless you're really comfortable with it, but if you're not, just go slow. Take your time with this. This is like the make or break of the cut. Boom. I love the sound of like dry shaving. I think that's why I continue doing it and not get like a shave gel or anything. I just love the sound. Should I line up the beard? Like go down a bit? Hold on. How do I do it? I can't do it with my right hand, or can I? Oh no, I have to do it with my left. Alright. Kinda. Oh, hold on. Kinda. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh no, you can't. Look, guys. Look. Yeah, that's pretty low. That's a low ass beard. Fucking hell. Fuck me. Alright. Whatever. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side now. Cause why not? I'm gonna try it again. This side's a little worse though, I'm not even gonna lie. Just in terms of how much hair there is. Whatever. You know, I didn't want a beard anyways, you know? Definitely didn't ask for that. You know, I'm gonna ask for that for Christmas. Maybe I'll actually get one. You know, you guys should ask for Christmas. Y'all should ask for them visual sales, bro. Them visual sales. You want 60% off all Christmas? That'd be tough. All right. This cut is done. Except for one part. And I forget to show this every video. Yeah, I barely have Alchemist anymore. So, it's kind of mid. It's kind of mid spray. I'm gonna clean up and then I'm just gonna show y'all the cut. The beauty of this cut, bro. Oh yeah, this is the final result of the shadow fade. As you can see, doesn't start at the skin, starts a little bit above the skin, gets a nice little gradual fade going up, you know, not crazy, not something that's gonna wow, you know. I wouldn't take this on like a first date, you know, unless like you're dating a cougar or something. So like say if you're like me, you're 24, she's like 40, she might love this, I'm not gonna lie. So you know, it's good to have in the bag, it's good to have in the arsenal just in case that rare occasion happens. But most of the time I would say another type of cut. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. It doesn't look bad, it just looks boring. Like it just looks really boring. Like you might as well just get a one all around type of thing. Like all right, yeah, but that's the cut. That's the cut. I hope you guys enjoy. This is the lineup. The lineup's looking fresh and clean. You know, vertical bars looking clean. C cup looking clean. Fade could be a bit better, I think, toward the longer hair. I always struggle with that. I think now that I have this type of haircut, I think when I had just the taper and doing this, it was a lot easier. But I don't know, something about the fact that I have to go all the way around with it is kind of harder. So, you know, just challenging myself, sharpening my skills. Iron sharpens iron, or whatever they say. And yeah, so this is the second to last cut of the series. The last cut is in 2 weeks or so. I say or so because I always say, oh, every 2 weeks I'm gonna post one of these, and then sometimes a month goes by, and then I'm like, all right, let me make the next one. So it's really just a feeling thing, but I will get it done before the end of the year because I want to go into the new year bald. I want to go into the new year with a 3-guard buzz cut, 2-guard buzz cut, super low. Yeah, mid fade next, last cut of this series before we get into something new, something more. I wouldn't say, like I don't want to put it in like a way where it sounds like it's so selfish, but I'm gonna put out stuff I want to put out, you know? Type shit. All right, I'll see you on the next one.